All right, back again. Sean Newton, you are a funny motherfucker, man. I love you. I love you, brother. I love you, and I'm flattered. I'm flattered. Let's just refute a couple of things you said. Supposedly, I'm reading off some type of script when I talk, just because I like to think before I speak, and sometimes I like to gather my thoughts, and I like to multitask. I'm here on the phone doing live hangouts. I'm not like you. I don't do 50 takes. You've never gone live. You seem to be a little bit afraid, or I don't want to use the word afraid. Maybe you're apprehensive to go live because you don't want people to interact with you on the chat. You don't want to be called out on some of your BS. But I'll show you right here. I mean, there's no script here. You can look. There's no papers. There's nothing here. So this is just me talking off the dome, free silent, like I always do. I mean, I've been doing this since 2009. I've been doing this for about 10 years now. So I pretty much know what I'm doing. I don't really need a script. I speak from here and I speak from here. And I'm flattered, man. You called me a steroid user, a PED user, but I'll refute that too because I have a government job. Here's my ID right here. I got a government job, and I guarantee you, we're not allowed to use any illegal drugs. We're vetted pretty thoroughly, so that just dispels rumor number two, or accusation number two, I should say. So let's address some of the things you said, because let's get one thing straight. Fighters say a lot of shit, okay? They say a lot of shit. They say, I don't care about the money. They say, I fight for legacy. They say, oh, it's all about, unifying titles. But at the end of the day, if you're naive enough to believe all that bullshit and not really cipher through all of it and look at it all, it's always about the money. So to sit there and say, oh, well, this guy said he wanted to do this and it wasn't about the money. So what? Bull. If you're dumb enough to believe that, then you're one of the naivest persons I've ever met, or naivest people I've ever met. Most naive people I ever met, if you guys believe that bullshit. It's not true. They always fight for the money. So when Golovkin said he wanted to unify the titles, but he allowed himself to get stripped so he could fight Canelo. What about when he said it was about legacy? What about when he said it was about belts? And then and Sean openly said that what Deontay Wilder is doing is stalling so he can get a better deal from DAZN. He's waiting for DAZN to offer him $150 million, and then he'll sign. And Sean went as far as saying DAZN will probably do that. They'll cave in because they want the fight. Isn't that what Golovkin did to Canelo? Didn't he stall Canelo out till he got what he wanted, till he got to the percentage he wanted? Didn't Manny and Floyd do the same thing? Like, are you fucking new? Just start watching this sport. They all these fucking fighters do that. Like, if you've been living in a box, you want to call me a casual fan? You want to call me stupid? You want to insult me and you want to insult my intelligence, but you actually sit there and believe when fighters tell you that they don't care about money? Money is always the number one reason for fighters fighting each other. And throughout history, this is not the first fight that's been stalled out. It's happened several times. Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Pacquiao, Floyd. The list goes on and on. The list goes on and on. So you act like this is all brand new. And then you sit there and you praise Tyson Fury for avoiding the Wilder rematch. And you said, oh, it's a great move. He's got a great deal over at ESPN. He should have done that. He should have went for the money. But now you're criticizing Wilder for wanting to get the best deal that he can get for himself. And you even said that the longer he waits, the better deal he's going to get. So wouldn't it be smart business for him to not just accept anything that they tell him and get the deal that he feels is best for him monetarily? Who gives it? I mean, I don't personally care about the money, but if they wanted the fight as bad as they said they did, DAZN, then just offer him the fight. Why does it have to be other fights involved in it? Why do they need for him to fight Breazeale on DAZN? Why can't he just fight Breazeale wherever he wants, and then they just offer him a fight to fight on DAZN? Why can't they just do that? And then you sit there and say, well, I'm speculating. Of course I'm speculating. All of us are speculating. None of us are going to know anything until Tuesday. So aren't you speculating too? You think this deal is phenomenal. Oh, it's $100 million. You guys are just looking at the money. Just like when Wilder offered the $50 million, and then you guys were saying, oh, well, $50 million is not real. Or what does he have to do for that $50 million? Oh, he's got, like, what are the stipulations? What's in the contract? But all of a sudden, they throw fucking $100 million at Wilder, and you guys don't even know what the fucking details of the contract are. And all of a sudden, he's supposed to just fucking sign it. Oh, Beeb, you're a fanboy. No, I'm not a fanboy. Tyson Fury is my favorite fighter. He's the best heavyweight in the world, in my opinion. I think he beat Deontay Wilder. I picked him to beat Deontay Wilder. I picked him to beat Vladimir Klitschko. I picked him to beat Anthony Joshua. I don't have a dog in this race. I'm just using common sense, and I'm just debunking all of the fucking hypocrisy. And you want to sit there and you want to say that they're being greedy. Everyone is fucking greedy. Would you take a job for less money if you knew you could make more? Use your fucking common sense. If you just said, oh, he's waiting for them to offer him more money, and they probably will. So if they probably will, then why not fucking wait and get more money? Why not get the deal that you want if you know that you're in the driver's seat? They need him. They need him. They want his belt. And in order to get his belt, they need him. It's wrapped around his fucking waist. Nobody else is. So enough with the fucking bullshit hypocrisy, man. Enough with the fucking bullshit hypocrisy here. I can't fucking, like, believe it. You're sitting there accusing me of things, and you're sitting there fucking saying things about Wilder. I'm a Wilder fanboy. Well, I could just flip that and say you're a Wilder hater, because you've never said anything good about Wilder, ever. You've never mentioned any positive comments about Wilder. It's all, oh, it's all, well, you guys think it's always AJ's fault. It's always Hearn's fault. Well, in your eyes, it's always Wilder's fault. I don't think anyone's at fault in this situation. I think DAZN is doing the right thing. DAZN is doing what's best for them. And Wilder, in his mind, is doing what's best for him. Or he will do what's best for him. Who knows what's going to happen? We'll find out Tuesday. We'll find out fucking Tuesday, man. Maybe the deal gets changed. Maybe it gets sweetened. And if I'm speculating, of course I'm speculating. But so the fuck are you. So is everyone else out there. And then you want to sit there and say that this fucking ESPN deal was so great. And then I actually interviewed Bob Arum live on my fucking channel. And I fucking exposed the $100 million deal because it wasn't $100 million. Okay? So we have to investigate these things. Now, Chris Mannix is a good source. He works for DAZN. He put information out there. If he's affiliated with DAZN, he works for DAZN. He put the information out there, and they didn't retract. They didn't force him to retract any of it. They didn't come out and question it or deny it, confirm or deny it, or they didn't reprimand him. Then I believe it's a good source. So we do know it's $100 million. We do know it's 3 fights. What we don't, and we do know that the first fight they wanted was going to be Breazeale. That much we know. But we don't know, and we can assume, but we don't know what the next 2 fights are. We don't know if they're going to make him fight another fight in between, and then the third fight's going to be Joshua. We don't know. We don't know. But all we do know is they want 3 fights. And Shelly Finkel said, that they would prefer won. So they're going to have to meet somewhere in the middle. So don't sit there and say, well, if he doesn't sign the 3-fight deal, that means he doesn't want to fight. He wants to fight on his terms, just like Joshua wants to fight on his terms. It's called negotiations, okay? And you could sit there and say, you know, who has the leverage or whatever. But again, history is showing us the more time that goes on, the more leverage Wilder is gaining. So, of course, he's going to continue to wait until he gets what he wants, just like Joshua is going to continue to wait until he gets what he wants. I never said that the zone is trying to give Wilder a shit deal. I never said that the deal was bad. It's not a bad deal at all. But it may not be the deal that Wilder wants. Because, again, I hate to beat a dead horse, but if Wilder wins the first fight and they have a rematch, and Wilder is the unified heavyweight champion of the world, if they put that fight on pay-per-view, I feel very confident in saying that Wilder would make more than $40 million in a rematch if he went in as the unified champion. And the fight was on pay-per-view, and the fight was in Vegas. And I stand on that. That's my opinion. And I think it's a very, very plausible, educated opinion if you do the numbers. Fox is a huge fucking platform. I've been watching Fox, and I watch Fox a lot. It's in 95% of the homes in America. You can get it with rabbit ears. You don't even need a fucking cable box. And all I've been seeing the last week is Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia fucking commercials. Every show, I'm watching football games, and guys are pulling out. One announcer gave another announcer during a football game an Errol Spence shirt. Another one gave a plaque out. Like every sports show that's been on Fox this week, they've done some type of advertisement for this fucking Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia fight. I talked to people in the gym, and they're even talking about PBC. Why? Because while they watch their Sunday football on Fox, and they watch their baseball on Fox, and they watch a lot of their sports on Fox, they're seeing boxing commercials, whereas they never would have saw that stuff before. So I think people are really underestimating the marketing power and the promotional power of Fox. I'm not shitting on DAZN. I'm not shitting on ESPN. I complained about the Fury deal because I wanted to see the rematch. And I don't think, and even Eddie Hearn said this himself, that he feels as though Fury could possibly be frozen out of the heavyweight title picture for 2 years, just like I said. He agrees with me. So I'm just speaking facts. I'm just speaking facts. Of course I think. We're all thinking right now. We're thinking hypothetically. Nobody knows anything for sure. Wilder can be the seaside. It doesn't matter. They keep giving him more and more money as time goes on. He's not dictating anything. He is the last house on the block that needs to be bought for them to run the block. They want to run the block, and they can't run the block if that last house on the block does not want to sell their house to them. It can't happen. So he could be the D side, he could be the fucking Z side. Doesn't matter. They want that fucking belt, and he has it. He has the last Infinity Stone, and they have the other 5. And to complete the gauntlet, they need that green fucking Infinity Gem, which is the WBC belt. It's that simple. It's that simple. And like Sean Newton said, he's calling them greedy. Maybe they are, but so is every other fucking person in this sport. It's always about the money. It's always about the money. So is Golovkin greedy because he held out and he didn't want, and he held out to make sure he got what he wanted in the Canelo fight. What about unifying the belts? He never got the WBO belt, did he? He allowed himself to be stripped of the IBF belt, didn't he? So is he a fucking greedy guy too? How come you're not calling him greedy, Sean Newton, you fucking hypocrite? How come you're not calling him greedy? You fucking, I just exposed your ass. Oh, you commend Fury for not fighting Wilder in the rematch. Oh, because he went for the money. But Wilder can't go for the money. Why? It's always about the fucking money. And it always will be about the money. Zero buzz for tonight? I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of bars around my area that are picking the fight up. I think I'm going to go out on a limb. I think this fight could possibly do maybe 350 to 400,000 pay-per-views tonight. I think that's pretty good. Wilder keeping that belt hostage. Once he loses, Wilder will fade away. You could be right. You could be right. You could be right. I'm waiting for Tuesday, though. You're right. We're all speculating. Sean Newton's speculating, too. Everyone's saying, just sign the deal. What if you find out Tuesday all of these things that were in the deal that really weren't in Wilder's favor? Then will you change your tune? I'm going off of what Shelly Finkel said. Shelly Finkel said that they wanted 3 fights, and they didn't get. And Shelly Finkel himself said they did not guarantee the Joshua fight. Now, would Joshua be included in at least one of the 3 fights? Yes, I will concede that point. But again, why would why would Wilder be locked into a flat fee purse, okay, if he was the winner of the first fight? Why would he be locked in? Why would he not want to shop around, and why would he not want to be on pay-per-view to get the additional pay-per-view revenue? Why would he not want to do that? It's okay for fucking Anthony Joshua to get that pay-per-view revenue from Sky, but Wilder can't. Wilder just has to get the flat fee DAZN money. And then Sean's like, oh, well, you don't know what if the DAZN is giving him back-end money. Where's DAZN going to get the back-end money from, Sean? Explain to me how the back-end money from DAZN is generated. We know how pay-per-view back-end money is generated. We don't know anything about what the DAZN's doing. What we do know is they have a lot of money and they're spending a lot of money. We do know that. We do know that. So you had no problem with Fury avoiding fights with Joshua and avoiding fights with Wilder and going to ESPN. You had no problem with that. You had no problem with the fake $100 million deal. Bob Arum said himself it was not real. He said it was bullshit. I got it on my fucking channel. Okay? The bullshit $100 million offer for Fury. You had no fucking problem with that. But now Wilder, what if this deal turns out to be bullshit come Tuesday when they have the press conference? Then what the fuck you gonna say, Sean? Then what are you gonna say? You're speculating too that this deal is so great. Oh, he's gonna get more money than he's ever gotten before. Listen, he's gonna get that money no matter what once this Joshua fight happens. He could fight Joshua on fucking Nickelodeon and he's gonna get paid. Doesn't matter where the fuck the fight is. You think the fight has to be on DAZN for this fight to do good, to generate revenue? Are you fucking serious? It's the biggest fight in the fucking sport right now by far. There's no fight that can compare to this. None. And you can diminish Wilder all you want. I don't even think he's the best heavyweight in the world. I'm telling you, Fury is. But what I can also tell you is Wilder is 1/2 of the biggest fight in boxing right now. It's irrefutable. It's irrefutable. Whether you want to credit Joshua for that or not, Joshua made Wilder helped make Wilder as big as he is. But guess what? He's there. Wilder's big in the UK. Every time fucking Joshua is being interviewed, they ask him a question about Wilder. They must know who the fuck he is. Why are they talking about him then? Why are they talking about him every fight that Joshua has? Why does Wilder's name get brought up? So it is what it is. It is what it is. I would never strangle Sean. And I'm not calling him any names. He called me stupid. He called me. He never calls any of the LDBC guys names, but he calls me names. Why? You know why? Because I actually get under his skin. I get that guy going. I get him triggered because I make him think. I make him think, and I can refute every single one of his points. And what happens when you can't win with logic? That's when the ad hominem insults start coming in. Now, I may yell. I may get excited. That's just my personality. But I don't openly insult people for no reason. I'm beating you with logic. I don't have to call you names. I don't have. There's a lot of things I could say about you, but I would never do that. I'm an alpha male. I don't need to fucking stoop down to your level, brother. I'm 50 years old, and you accuse me of being on PEDs. So if I look like I'm on PEDs, if I'm that fucking jacked that I have this fucking pythons like this, how many 50-year-olds you know have 17-inch pythons like this, baby? Don't be jealous of me, man. I go to the gym fucking 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week, man. You can say that I'm on steroids all you want. I take that as a compliment. I take that as a compliment. And I can't be that stupid if I work for the fucking government. If I work for the government, I can't be that fucking dumb. So I don't have to really prove anything to you. I'm not gonna turn this into an insult fucking battle. I don't have to do that. 17 and a half? Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. No, I would never block. I have nothing personal against him. I have nothing personal against him. I have nothing against. You know how boring this would be if guys like Sean went away. If guys like the LDBC went away. The debate is what makes this fun. I'm not gonna get into personal attacks. And I have my opinion, just like he has his opinion. I speculate. Of course I speculate. But everyone speculates. Everyone speculates. At least give me credit for getting Bob Arum on the phone and telling you that $100 million was bullshit. Because other people, other writers, other journalists, other websites were going out there and they were fucking saying all this shit that wasn't true. And I fucking got to the bottom of it. Give me credit for that. And I love Tyson Fury. It broke my heart when he went to ESPN. Not because I didn't want to see him get paid, but because I couldn't see the rematch with Wilder. And it's gonna make it hard to see a fight with Joshua. So I'm a Wilder fanboy. No, I'm a fanboy of Wilder fighting Joshua. That's what I'm a fanboy of. I'm a fanboy of the fight. I said that I favor Joshua. It's a 50-50 fight, but I slightly favor Joshua. But it's an unbettable fight. I hate to keep repeating myself and sound like a broken record. So if I'm a Wilder fanboy, then why did I bet on Fury to beat Klitschko? Why did I bet on him to beat Wilder? Why did I pick him to beat Klitschko? Why did I pick him to beat Wilder? It's all on my videos. Go back and look. Go back on the Boxing Voice videos. Ask Nestor Gibbs. Is Biba a Fury fan? I'm probably the biggest Fury fan on YouTube. So how can I be a Wilder fanboy if I am a Fury fan? It's impossible. Doesn't make sense. I'm a fan of the fight. I get so angry because I want the fight to happen. And every time a deal gets put together, why does fucking other shit have to be attached to it? Why does it always have to be a multi-fight deal? Why can't they just do a one-fight deal and then have a rematch clause and then have stipulations based upon who wins the fight? Now, if Joshua wins the fight, then of course you would have to rematch him on DAZN. You don't have a choice. But if Wilder wins, he should have some say. He should have some say what goes on. He shouldn't be locked into a rematch with somebody and not be able to increase his earning potential if he wins. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know, and of course I'd rather watch the fight on the DAZN as a consumer. But if for it to happen, the first fight is most definitely going to have to be on DAZN. There's no question about that. I think the big question lies is, are they going to force Wilder to sign a multi-fight deal? That seems to be the sticking point. All I'm saying is, why can't they just do a one-fight deal with Wilder and have a rematch clause in it both ways, and even if it's a draw? And I said, I hate to keep repeating myself, but if Joshua wins, then yeah, of course the rematch has to be on DAZN. But if Wilder wins, try at least let him go to Fox and say, hey, what do you want to do with this? You know? I'm telling you, pay-per-view is not dead yet. And if it was dead, then why does Eddie Hearn still put Joshua on Sky pay-per-view? Why? Why? Yeah, it's not 3 years, but 3 fights could be a year and a half. A year and a half is a long time in this sport, especially when you're 33 years old. I don't think he needs the multi-fight deal. I really don't. It's a gamble for Wilder, because if Wilder loses, and it's definitely a gamble. If Wilder loses, then he'll end up looking like he made the wrong decision. But if he wins, then he'll have the last laugh on all of us. That's all. Is it true that De La Hoya tried to dictate rematch terms with Floyd after he lost, just like Joshua tried to? Yeah, he did. Why do you think the Floyd rematch didn't happen? Because Floyd did not. Oscar wanted to offer Floyd pretty much the same deal that he got going in, and Floyd didn't. Floyd wasn't having it. They all do the same thing. Any fighter is not. Dillian Whyte did not. He had the same problem. He said the same thing. He said, if I win, I don't want the same deal. I want to get more in the rematch. That's why the Dillian Whyte fight didn't happen. So is he a ducker too? So is Tyson Fury a ducker, and is Dillian Whyte a ducker because they wanted to hold out for the deals that they wanted? You want to sit there? How could any of us call these fighters duckers and insult their heart and call them cowards? Who the fuck are you, Sean Newton? Have you ever taken a fucking punch in your life? Would you walk up to Wilder and say to his face, hey, you're a fucking ducker? Would you accuse him of having no heart and being a coward? Have you ever stepped in the ring? Have you ever taken a fucking punch? Have you ever broken your nose or fucking cracked a rib? I have, so I fucking respect these guys. I tried to do what they did. And I'm nowhere near, not even nowhere near the level that these guys are. Not even nowhere near the level of a fucking world-class amateur. So you're going to sit there and call these guys cowards because they're trying to fucking put food on the table. They're trying to fucking cement their financial legacy for themselves and their families, and you're going to fucking call them duckers and cowards? Who the fuck are you? Never took a punch in your fucking life. You'd probably shit yourself if you stepped in a ring for a fucking half a second. And you're going to call these guys duckers and cowards. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? And then Sean Newton, you don't even go live. You don't even go live like me. Look at me. I go live. I fucking interact with people. I fucking talk to people in the chat. I talk to people in the chat. Oh, Beeb's reading off a script. Where's my fucking script? Where is it? Here's my phone. Here's my fucking table. Where's my fucking script? Oh, because he paused. I pause because I gather my thoughts. I think before I fucking speak. I don't spout bullshit. I don't spout fucking bullshit. I'm not riding for anybody. No. So how many punches in the face have you taken, Heady One? How many punches in the face would you fucking have you taken? Calling these guys a ducker. We're all fucking keyboard warriors hiding behind our fucking keyboards. Fucking calling these guys cowards. Calling these guys whatever. Wants generational wealth. Listen. He can get generational wealth anywhere. He can get generational wealth anywhere. He's going to have to fight him on DAZN the first time, is without question. Whether or not it's a multi-fight deal, that's what you have to, that's the stumbling block. So if they agree to fight Joshua and they want it to only be a one-fight deal, and DAZN doesn't give them the one-fight deal, then I mean, I don't get it. Like, Why can't they just fucking give the guy what he wants? This fight is big enough where everyone's going to get paid. I just don't see the problem. I just don't see the problem. Anyone can say I'm wrong. Anyone can say that I'm wrong. That's fine. I don't care if you believe I'm wrong. But explain to me why I'm wrong. Is it wrong for them to want a one-fight deal so they are not locked into another fight and they're able to shop around once they become champion? If they believe they're going to become champion, but they're begging him. They want his belt. They're begging him. You know, I'm out and doing well now, Beeb. Have a family and good career. But to me, Wilder is ducking, son. Well, I mean, you've never taken a punch in your life. So unless you're a professional fighter, you can't call a professional fighter a coward because you've never done what they did. None of these, you're going to sit there and question a guy's heart. So is Fury a ducker? Is Dillian Whyte a ducker? Was Golovkin a ducker when he held out? You're right. You aren't champions, and you don't do a professional combat sports. People do. You don't. You don't. So what gives you the right to question what they do if you've never done it? What gives you the right to call somebody a coward? Listen, I was in the military for 3 years. Okay. I would never criticize a soldier going into battle. Okay. So that it's a code. It's a code. You know what I'm saying? Stop being so dramatic. How many millions? What do you mean dramatic? Legacy, submit their fucking. It's not about legacy, man. It's not about legacy. It's always money first. You think Floyd fought for legacy? Fought for money. What did he tell Shane Mosley? What did Floyd tell Shane Mosley on the 24/7 when Shane Mosley said he didn't fight for money? He said, of course it's about the money. It's called prize fighting. What did he say to Shane? So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You want to sit there and call professional fighters duckers while you're safely nestled behind your keyboard. Well, you wouldn't have the balls to say it to their face. This guy, you call fighters a coward, call them bums, call them duckers. Please. Please. Come on, man. Why do you think the Floyd De La Hoya rematch never happened? Because they tried to run that same shit on him. No fighter is going to allow they tried to run it on Dillian Whyte, and he told him to go take a hike. That was generational wealth for Dillian Whyte too, wasn't it? That was life-changing money for Dillian Whyte, wasn't it? So they turned around and gave Jarrell Big Baby Miller $7 million, and they only offered Dillian $4 million. Was that fair? Was that fair? So Dillian Whyte held out, Golovkin held out, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd held out. Sugar Ray Leonard, he held out. Let's go down the list. Everyone does this. Like, a fighter's not supposed to get the best deal that he can possibly get. And then we use the word greedy. We're all greedy. We're all greedy. We're all flawed human beings. We all love money. Okay? We all love money. It's just the way it is, man. That's fine. So why did the zone not top up Dillian Whyte's money then? Why didn't they do it? Explain to me why that wasn't happening. I was at Fort Jackson, then I went to Germany, and I was actually in Münster, Germany. I was in the 545th Ordnance Unit. Yeah, I used to go to the field a lot. Man. Oh, you going to the theater tonight, Kenny? See, Sean, you make your videos, you do 50 takes to make sure you got it right. And I'm going live. I'm talking to people. I'm interacting with people, Sean. This is what it's all about, man. I answer questions. People give me fucking 95 fucking likes. Not dislikes, excuse me. They give me 95 dislikes, but I'm still here. You know why? Because I call it like I see it. I'm not going to kiss the fucking people's asses like you so I can get fucking likes. Joshua's the A-side. That's true. We already know that. If he's dictating the terms, then why do they have to step out of the negotiations and let the zone do the negotiations without Eddie Hearn? It's a different ball game, baby. It's a different ball game. It's a different ball game. If you're hearing a guy like Anthony Joshua say, "I'm begging for the Wilder fight" on camera, said it on camera, "I'm begging for the Wilder fight." Well, how much does that A-side really mean at this point? I'm in a good fucking mood tonight, man. I'm so excited for this fight. We're going live tonight, Daddy. We're going live. Right after Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is going to shock the fucking world tonight. Who thinks Mikey Garcia is going to shock the world tonight? Thank you, Teflon TV. I love you, man. I love your channel too. I go to your channel too, man. Who do I got tonight in the 2 heavyweight? Oh my God, Charles Martin. I got. You know what's funny? I got the two lesser known fighters. I'm gonna take Corbin and I'm gonna take Augustin. But my heart, honestly, I shouldn't say this because I shouldn't be biased, but my heart's with Arreola. But I don't think he's gonna win. I don't think he's gonna win. I think Augustin's gonna stop him. The LDBC, yeah, I can't speak for what the LDBC does. They do call fighters names. I don't condone that. I don't condone that. They do. I care about likes Notorious VC, but that doesn't mean if I don't get them, I'm not gonna pander for likes. Eric is the good cop. I'm the bad cop of the show. You know what I mean? Eric is the nice guy. I'm the off the rails guy. You know that. That's why people think I'm on drugs but this is the real me. I'll show you my drug test results if you don't believe me. I'm flattered that Sean Newton thinks I'm on PEDs, man. I'm flattered. I mean, I'm fucking 50 years old, and for him to think I look like I'm on PEDs, man, I'm so fucking flattered. I wish I could find his address. I would send him a fucking Christmas card. That's how fucking flattered I am. The middle cop, yeah, probably the middle cop, man. Probably the middle cop. Eric knows I'm all natural, but see. I take it as a compliment. Like, people get mad when they're accused of it. I take it as a compliment. You know, I weigh 205 pounds. I'm 6'1", 205. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. No, if I had HGH, I would be puffy, man. I got to tell you something. Like when people talk about those anti-aging clinics, they're not all what they're made up to be, because when you go on HGH, it enlarges your organs, and when you see these bodybuilders that are all bloated, that's because these drugs have adverse side effects. Beeb looks like Herman Monster. Come on, man, I'm a fucking beautiful human being. You see, when I go out, man, you kidding me? Probably get more girls than you get, man. You're just jealous, Tony. That's why you got a fake icon up there, man. Look at this fucking baby face. Cut it out. Herman Munster. Thank you, Mr. Boxing today. I appreciate yours too. Thank you, Ashy. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. I know these guys forever, man. Yeah, you're right. The insulin does do that. You're right, but the HGH does it a little bit too. But it's more so the insulin. You are correct, Raphael. But the HGH does some adverse things too. Like the testosterone, the HGH, it thickens the blood. And these guys have fucking such thick blood. Like there's guys that fucking have to get blood transfusions. They have to give blood because their blood is so thick. Hold up, my boy MBT in the place. Yeah, that's true, man. Mr. Boxing today, he comes up in here. Kenny Dennis, salute. Ashley Knuckles Boxing, salute. Sonia Dumas, salute. I remember back in the. I miss those days, Mr. Boxing Today. But Mr. Boxing, you got too big, Mr. Boxing Today. You bigger than me now, bro. I can't see you anymore, man. Your channel blew up, brother. Props to you though, man. I see you going to the fights now. I'm gonna try and go to the Anthony Joshua Big Baby Miller fight. If you go to that, I hope I see you there. Hope I see you there, man. Ashley Knuckles, yeah, he's the original G, man. Hey, what's going on, Dan the man? See, now my peoples are up in here. I got bombed with dislikes because I had the UK brigade in here this morning. Now the fucking UK brigade, they're all fucking going out and partying because it's nighttime over there. Now I got my peoples in here. Let me see how many likes I got here. Look at this, baby. Look at this. Now my people are up in here. The old school people are in here now. No, I'm 50, man. I'm 50. I'm not 45. Yeah, it feels like 2009. That's true, man. That's true. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, I just think it's a double standard. I just think that it's so easy and convenient for us to sit there and criticize these guys and call them names and shit while we're safely behind our keyboards. But let's just face it. All these guys are looking to make the best deal for themselves. And history has shown us that the longer they wait and the longer they hold out, sometimes it doesn't always work out, but more often than not, it has worked out. Floyd did what he had to do, and look where he ended up. What if he took the $25 million to fight Manny Pacquiao, and he didn't wait, and he ended up getting $100 million guarantee, and he ended up making $260 million. Where if he took the fight when everyone told him to take it, he only would have probably got 50. So these guys know what they're doing, man. And I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. So you guys want to criticize Wilder? You watch. He'll end up getting a better deal. He'll end up getting a better deal than what's being put in front of him right now. You'll see. You'll see. You guys were the same people. You guys were the same people that told him to take the 12.5. And even I told him to take the 15. I was guilty too. But he made a fool out of all of us, because look what they're throwing at him now. And even Sean Newton said, oh, they'll probably offer him 150. So Sean, use your fucking head. If you were him and you were offered 100 and you knew if you waited and you held out, you were going to get 150, what the fuck would you do? What the fuck would you do? Come on, man. Come on, use some common sense. Well, he'll get something. He'll get something within the year. I mean, if he doesn't get something done within a year's time, he's going to have to stop putting his foot on the gas pedal without question. He's definitely going to have to do that. He's definitely going to have to do that, man. Yep. So who do we got? Who do we got tonight? Anyone picking Mikey except for me? How many? I don't think Wilder Brazil is going to be on pay-per-view. I think Wilder Brazil is going to end up being on regular Fox. That's my opinion. That's another thing. Sean Newton sitting there keeps talking about Showtime, but he's not looking at Fox. He's not looking at Fox. You don't think Fox can reach more homes in America than DAZN? Who would you rather be on, DAZN or Fox? I don't know how many times I gotta fucking say. I don't know how many times I gotta say that Fox is in 95% of the homes in America. DAZN is not. Brazil could clip Wilder. I don't think so, man. Wow, I'm the only person picking Mikey Garcia. That sucks, man. That's crazy. And I don't think the DAZN deal, how do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know DAZN pays more than Fox? How do you know that? Yeah, I got Mikey, Ashy. I'm picking Mikey. Hey, listen, I'm not criticizing DAZN. I'm not saying that's a bad deal. It's a great deal if if Wilder were to lose. But if Wilder wins, it's not a great deal because in the rematch he could fight on pay-per-view and make more. That's just my opinion. That's all I'm saying. The Zone is on YouTube. It's on every phone, smart device. All right, okay. I'm just telling you right now. Fox is in more homes in the United States than the Zone is. All my friends that I know have Fox. They don't have I'm the only one that of my friends that has the Zone downloaded. I'm a DAZN subscriber. I'm not against the Zone. I love the Zone. I watched the Tevin Farmer fight yesterday. I watched the Gabe Rosado fight. I love Katie Taylor, man. I love the Zone. I love the Zone. Wilder makes an announcement on Tuesday. I would think he signed a deal with Fox. Fingers crossed. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Doesn't matter what his biggest payday is. You have to go. You have to look at what the fight is worth. You're talking about apples and oranges. I'll use the analogy again. If I'm a contractor and I build townhouses for a living, and I get $400,000 for every townhouse I build, if someone comes up to me and asks me to build a fucking $1 billion mansion, then I don't expect to get paid the same that I got paid for making the townhouses. It's that simple. Yeah, the fight goes 12. The fight is worth what the fight is worth. When I was 15, I drove a friggin' Gremlin. Now I'm fucking driving I'm driving a Mercedes. It's different. It's a different ball game. He's not in the same place. He's not in the same position he was same time last year. They wouldn't be offering him $100 million if he wasn't important. That's all. Let me see. Let me read this here. Beep, why does Mikey win? Does it go 12? I think Mikey wins because I think Mikey will be on his game defensively. I think he'll be gauging. He's going to have to not allow Spence to get up close. And if Spence does get close, he's going to have to tie him up. So the key to this fight is not allowing Spence to work on the inside, not allowing Spence to go to his body. So his jab is going to have to be perfect. That's going to have to be on point. He's going to have to catch Errol Spence coming in every time, and he's going to have to hit him with something, not to stun him, but just to get his attention enough where it disrupts his rhythm. And I think he's going to pot shot him from the outside. I think he's going to, and I think he's never going to stay in the center. I think he's going to constantly be turning Spence. I think he's going to be constantly making subtle steps off to the side. I think you're going to see Mikey use a lot of crafty, subtle movement tonight. I think you're going to see him take away the inside game from Spence. And I think he's going to be the counter puncher from the outside. And he's going to be the pot shotter from the outside. That's how I see him winning. Garcia versus Spence. Dwyer's breakdown was extreme, I thought. Who did Dwyer pick? Who did Dwyer pick? Because I didn't watch Dwyer's pick, but he usually picks the same guy I pick. I have to check out Dwyer's video because I don't even know who he picked. If you could tell me who Dwyer picked, Ashley, I'd appreciate that because I'm curious. Durant versus Hagler. Durant stayed inside. I thought that fight was a pretty aggressive toe-to-toe type battle, Durant versus Hagler. I thought Hagler fought the wrong fight. Dwyer picked Mikey. He said Mikey will walk Spence down. Oh, he said he'll walk him down. I'm not going to go as far as saying that. Okay. I'm not going to go as far as saying that. That's funny, man. He was on some Stretch Armstrong shit today. Yeah, I think Mikey's going to have to. I think he's going to beat Spence with his craftiness. I think Mike is a lot slicker than people think. You know, Mike is a live dog in this fight, man. Dwyer's always picks like we always go for those underdogs though. Me and Dwyer, we always do. Sometimes it comes back and bites us in the ass though. He said Garcia would back up Spence and have him on his back foot game or lack thereof. He picked Garcia to win and back him up. All right. I disagree with that, but okay. I think if he tries to fight that way, that's playing right into Spence's hands. Mikey has a dad, but Mikey always had a dad bod, though. He always looked like that. When has Mikey ever been shredded? You know, it's not a game of aesthetics. Like, look at Buster Douglas. Like, look at Buster Douglas. Look how he looked when he fought Mike Tyson. You know, Mikey didn't look soft, man. He's solid as a rock, man. He was shredded. He's jacked. Cut it out, Eric. Stop hating on Mikey. I don't know if I would do that, my friend. I kind of like where I'm at, to be honest. Nothing against those guys over there, but I like where I'm at. I wish them all the best. I can't dog Dwyer too. I can't dog Dwyer too bad though. Hell, I picked Stavern first fight. I picked Stavern the first fight too. And you picked. Oh, I didn't pick Scott over Wilder, but I hear you. I made some picks, but I picked who did I pick? I picked Mosley over Pacquiao. Who else was I wrong at? I picked Khan over Canelo. What else did I pick? I picked Edison Miranda over Ward. So I had some bad picks in my day too. Sometimes you got to put yourself out there though. You can't just go with the you just can't bet the chalk all the time, you know? You just can't bet the chalk all the time. But before I make a heavyweight pick, Mr. Boston, today, I kind of like to hear what you got to say, man, because I know you're up on the heavyweights. I picked Stavern over Wilder too. Yeah, I did. Damn, trying to steal B. B was under contract. Yeah, that's funny, man. You know what's funny? When the fight was, before the fight, I thought Scott would give him a little bit of problems, though. Oh, you expect Spence to mow Mikey over? Spence is a killer. Yeah. Hey, man. That's the conventional wisdom out there. We'll see what happens tonight. I believe Jamal says about him and what we've witnessed in the amateurs and the pros. A lot of people say he hits like a truck, man. A lot of people say he's a monster. A lot of people say that. A lot of people, everyone that sparred him says a lot of them say that he's the hardest puncher that they've ever been in there with, they've ever witnessed. So we'll see tonight, man. We'll definitely see tonight. It's gonna be. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Ashley, you going to the fight tonight, or Dallas is pretty far for you because you live in Houston, right? So I'm not sure. What time is the main event? Probably going to be at 12. Probably going to be at 12. I know, Notorious. Me and Eric, we can't figure that out either. We don't get it. We don't get it, man. We don't get it either. Go with Chicago, Plant, and Robo Creative. Oh, okay. Oh, you were using Max? You were in Mexico, Ashley? Must have had a good trip down there. I feel you, though. Pay-per-view, $75, man. Okay, an interesting question in the chat. How will Mikey's 78-inch reach deal with Spence's reach? To answer that question, Spence does not use his reach. He fights on the inside. He throws looping shots. Oh, congratulations, Ashley. He throws looping shots. And positioning can nullify reach. So if you're stepping in between a guy's feet and you're positioning your body where you can get your shots off, and right after you get your shots off, you're slipping off to the side, or you're stepping off to the side, or you're pivoting out, then you can pick the guy apart that way. Spence throws looping shots. He has a great jab, but as soon as he jabs, he steps right in deep. He steps in deep behind the jab. He doesn't plant himself on the outside. He steps in deep and tries to shorten up the distance. He likes to fight inside. Spence is a swarmer. I mean, he could definitely box a bit, but he's a swarmer. He has a lot of Marvin Hagler in him, Spence. So 72-inch reach versus a 68-inch reach. It's 4 inches. But when you think about it, when a guy adds a little bit of loop to his shot, some of that reach gets taken away automatically. So it's all about how you throw your punches, where you position yourself in that ring when you're throwing your punches, and where you want to set up shop in there, and to be effective. I don't think Spencer's going to sit on the outside and try to pot shot Mikey. I think he's going to try and walk him down and get inside on him. So I don't think he's going to use his reach in this fight as much as people or you may think. So that's why I don't think reach is going to be a factor in this fight, in my opinion. So was I a 55? I was actually 94 Bravo. I was a 31 Lima first. I was in communications, and what happened was I used to climb those poles, and I was scared shit up on those poles. I actually fell off the poles before. And I used to climb up on those poles with these like spigots on my boots, and we used to wire. They used to call us cable dogs. But what happened is they phased out that MOS, and then actually I was a 94 Bravo. I actually became a cook in the military, but I was in the field unit. So I used to have to do combat drills a lot because I was in the field unit. We used to go out in the field once a month. So I did a lot of combat drills. But I was in 94 Bravo. I was a cook. I was a 31 Lima first, and then I was a 94 Bravo after. Yeah. What rank were you in the Army, Emmanuel Moreno? What rank did you? Are you still in there, or are you out? Are you out completely? You were like a reservist or anything? Well, backing Mikey up too, man. Spence will have to fight a boxing. Are you a 55? Are you E4? That's what I was. I was an E4. Good for you, man. Good for you. That's a good rank. How old are you? What are you, like 28, 30-ish? What does a win for Spence do at 147? What does a win do for Spence? No one at 147 will fight him. Oh, you went active? Oh, okay, active went up. Oh, I'm sorry about that, man. 35? Okay. All right. Well, seems like you got everything together now, man, so I'm happy for you. I wish you the best, man. A win for Spence gives him another big name on his resume and bargaining power for Thurman. Yeah. I think Pacquiao gets the winner of this fight, though. I think Pacquiao may get the winner of this fight. I think Pacquiao may end up being the golden goose for the welterweights over there. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Yep. Yeah. Well, I'm going to get ready to watch these PBC prelims in a little bit, man. Yeah, I think Pacquiao definitely gets the winner of this fight. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. Yeah. Spence Pacquiao would be so depressing, but at least he has a title. It would be a unification. Yeah, it would be a unification. Georgie, when we win tomorrow, because I challenged him too, you're going to get the official title. You're going to get the Super World title, Georgie, and I'm just going to get the regular championship. So you'll be the Super World title holder, and I'll just be the regular title holder. And we're going to freeze this dude out, man. Once we win, Georgie, we're going to freeze this dude out. We're going to freeze him out. Tired of this guy betting the chalk every time. Yeah, you're the super champion. When Georgie wins, when Georgie wins, he'll be the super. Well, actually, Georgie's a super champion right now. Georgie beat you last time out. If Mikey beats Spence, Pacquiao, and Crawford, where do you put him in your all-time list? He's gonna be in the conversation with the greats, man. It's hard to make lists and put certain guys over certain guys. It's hard to compare eras. The way I like to see it is, I think groups of fighters deserve to be in the conversation. Like, it could be, it's hard to say like who was a better fighter than who would have beat who. I mean, we all have our opinions, but it's hard to rank the all-time greats. Yeah, it really is. Trying to get Jason on here, man. I'm trying to get Jason on here. See what happens. Someday we'll get him on here. Beeb, the Lebanese pie. We do have pie. There is a thing in Lebanese food called a fatai. It's like a rectangular meat pie, and it's stuffed with like meat, like hamburger meat and lamb meat, and it has like a sauce to it, and it looks like a little triangle type thing. It's like a little triangle pie. It's pretty good. Watched a bunch of Fight Week interviews this morning and find it sad that Spence already selling that potential Pacquiao fight. We'll see. Thank you, Nelson. Appreciate that, man. I got a little bit heated early on, but you know how I get. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't eat too much Lebanese food, but when my mother was alive, she's Italian, but she learned how to make it for my father. She used to make it for my father. My mother was an angel, man. She used to make everything. She used to do everything for us. She makes all types of food for my father and for us. Yeah. Eric, you're not going to be the champ, buddy. You're not going to be the champ. You're going back on. Yeah, you're not going back on that run. We're going to freeze you out, me and Georgie. Yeah, we're going to try and start doing more shows, man. We're going to start doing more shows. We got to start building this channel. You got to start. I got to check the odds for tonight, too. I got to definitely check the odds for tonight. Yeah, she used to cook a lot of stuff. She used to make everything from scratch. She was a great baker too. We used to have a garden, and she used to make the sauce. She used to get the tomato from the backyard. She used to grind the tomatoes. She used to make sauce from scratch. They didn't put sugar in it though. I always like the sweet tomato sauce. My mother didn't put sugar in hers. I used to add sugar to it afterwards sometimes. I like a sweet tomato sauce. Ringside Nettie versus Arroyo. I'm the only guy that got Mikey in here, man. I feel good though, because Teddy Atlas is picking Mikey. Dwyer's picking Mikey. Thank you, brother. Thank you. You know what people tell me why I look so young? Is because I don't have kids. I never had kids. I never got married and had kids. That's why people tell me I look so young. Oh, you don't like a sweet tomato sauce? There's this place I get pizza at sometimes. It's a bakery, and their sauce is like sweet. It's so good. That's why I like a sweet tomato sauce, to be honest. Doesn't matter who picks Mikey. Cut it out. Banger! I haven't seen Corey in a while. We gotta get Corey back in here, man. Gotta get Corey back in here. You guys all gonna come back tonight, man, for the post-fight show? Hope you guys all come back tomorrow, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Ashy. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I always appreciate your feedback and your interaction with the channel. I always do. I love hearing your opinion too, brother. And I'm glad you're doing. It seem like you got a good job now. And you keep yourself busy, man. Being a contractor, that must be a real busy job, man. I know it's a great job, so I'm happy for you that you got that stuff going on for you right now. Awesome. I'm going to see if you're going to straight with Arrow Neri. I'm coming back. Okay. He would claim he picked Spence tonight, though. You know, Corey. That's funny. I can't believe is boxing my job. No, I have a job. I work for the government. I'm a health inspector, man. I'm a health inspector. I wouldn't mind doing this full time though. I wouldn't mind it. A lot of traveling though. A lot of traveling. Shout out to the UK. Always shout out to the UK, man. I love the UK. UK pride. UK pride. What about Boston pride, Georgie, man? Why don't you start repping Why don't you start repping Beantown, brother? No, I'm not IRS. I'm a health inspector. I do inspections, buildings and stuff. No, they didn't take mine away. They didn't take mine away. DJ Georgie Porgy, Lucky Brick City, Titletown. Yeah, they shut down a lot of the higher ups and stuff, but some of the positions they didn't shut down. Oh, live cast. Yeah, we thought about doing that. We thought about doing that. Men in Black. Yeah. It's funny that I did have a security clearance when I was in the military, man. That was pretty cool. Just have like a military ID, and it's like it had like a green stripe around the edges, like a security clearance, man. Because I was overseas, so to be overseas, you used to have a security clearance. It was cool. I got homesick though, man, when I was in Germany. I missed the United States. I really did. Is it true that Mikey doesn't do? I don't know. I don't know what Mikey was doing in this camp, man. I was watching some of those shows on Fox, the post Fox, what those things called, the Fox, the training camp shows or whatever. I forget what they're called. But I'm getting excited for the Infinity that Infinity the Avengers movie, Infinity War, the Avengers Endgame. Anybody Marvel fan in the chat? Oh, the German girls, they were nice, man. But there was a lot of different types of girls over there. It wasn't just like German girls too. So different over there too, man. Back when I was there, it was so different. Like girls used to come up to us. We didn't have to really approach women there. It was just different, you know. Different environment, different atmosphere over there. You know, they weren't as uptight about things as we are here back then. So Superman, I like Thor, man. I don't like how they're saying Captain Marvel now in the Marvel universe is supposed to be the most powerful hero. You know, Thor. I think Thor should be the most popular hero. Yeah, yeah, Lee S. They are very liberal over there. So they're very socially liberal over there. Absolutely. But I haven't been there in a while, so I don't know if times have changed. But we'll see. There's a new Men in Black movie coming out this year too. Oh, okay. I'm scared. I was telling this girl the other day. I was on a date the other day, right? And this girl's like, "Come here, come here, come here. Why don't you hug and kiss me?" It was like the first date we were on. And I said, "I'm afraid of the Me Too movement." I said, "Don't you watch the news?" I'm waiting for girls to make the first move now when I go on dates. That's how scared of the Me Too movement I am. If the Beeb wants to be on the front page, you never know what could happen out there. Magneto's pretty powerful in the Marvel universe. He's pretty powerful. Oh, they're coming up with an X-Men movie too. What the hell is it called? The Dark Phoenix. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Goku's supposed to destroy everybody. Yeah, they say Goku could beat Superman. You're right. That's right. He's a bad dude. But I always said people always said Superman's like the most powerful hero, you know, in both universes. But you got to understand, Superman gets his power from the sun. What if they take him into a galaxy that doesn't have a yellow sun? He's just a regular person like everyone else. The Thor, Silver Surfer, they have their powers no matter where they go. They can go anywhere in space and they still have their powers. That's what people don't realize. People don't realize that, man. You got to think. All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to watch these. Yeah, Batman is a good superhero too, man. I like what they do. I actually like Ben Affleck too, man. I don't know. Jason will probably show up tonight. I haven't seen Jason all day. He must be doing something because usually he messages me like 15 times, 20 times a day. But he hasn't done that today. I don't know. I wonder what's going on. I wonder what's going on. Eric Lord is an awesome superhero. Yeah, he's super dad. He's super dad in the Lord household. He's never wrong. Is that your superpower? You're never wrong? Okay. All right, guys. I'd love to stay here all night and chat with you guys. I could probably do it all night too, but I'm going to check out these PBC prelims, and we'll be back, man. We'll be back right after this Mikey Garcia Errol Spence fight tonight. I'm friggin' super stoked for it, man. All right, man. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night, man. Y'all be good.